Как дела, мой принц? Как дела?
This is Squad. Well, a part of it, and one of the many reasons why I've become absolutely addicted to this game recently. Now, I've never been a milsim guy, kind of playing my JRPGs, competitive cartoony first-person shooters, and all the quiet, brooding indie games in between. Milsims, honestly, have been really intimidating for me. The slow movement, the realistic recoil of the firearm, and not knowing how much ammunition you have left in the magazine, but most of all, just the hardcore nature of its community. I've always looked at the sidelines from at creators like Clean and Operator Drewski, which are both awesome content creators. You can go check out their stuff. I'll leave links down below. Well, in these videos, what you see are the action-packed moments full of, firefights and lighting up with fucking A10 gunners and shit like that. You never see the downtime, the planning, the plotting, the slow moving through a forest for on probably about 15 minutes before you get to the area of operation where you actually start to begin to kill people. It's a very slow moving genre and one that's slower paced than most games nowadays. It wasn't until playing Hell Let Loose, a realistic World War II shooter, that my tune began to change on these games a little bit. While faster paced than most of these milsim games, I couldn't help hearing members of my squad in the game actually talking about coming from the game Squad, and how much of it's the same base mechanics, but just not set in World War II. Well, colored me fucking intrigued. After just over 40 hours of playing Squad, it's safe to say that not only am I into milsims, but more realistic shooters as a whole, and I solely have this game to blame for that. In this video, I kind of want to explore why Squad is just so damn good and why it holds a pretty sizable and awesome community to this day. This video is a little outside of what we normally talk about, being mostly single player games, but if you like this video and other retrospectives and review content, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below and giving the video a thumbs up. And let me know what you think of Squad as well. I'm always curious to, hear what your guys' experiences are. Like I said, personally enjoy the living piss out of this game and want to talk about it as much as I possibly can. So let me know what you think down below. Also, if you do currently play Squad and you're kind of looking for a server of cool people to, fucking cap each other with, consider checking out Downloadable Combat. Just type DLC in the search bar in the game and it will basically come up for you. They have an awesome Discord and an awesome group of people that have been super welcoming for me to come in, as well as for other veterans to get whitelisted and just, want to have a good fucking time. So give that a look and let's hop in to see why Squad is just so fucking awesome.
No, you gotta play the Jeopardy game. I feel like I'm about to go
Head bob, boys! Hitting on the basics first, Squad is a 50 versus 50 territory control simulator, or military simulator, based off of Battlefield 2 mod. When joining a server, you pick a squad, grab a kit, and you can get out on the battlefield. Your tank is your role, and a combo of these are essential for any useful squad, from anti-tank to marksman, medic to machine gunner. All roles are vital to the health of your squad and your team as a whole. At first, it's weird not having any sort of customization options for your weapons, as each kit is set with a locked set of weapons, tools, and for me, after a couple hours, I kind of started getting used to the kit selection screen and honestly began to enjoy it, as it really forces you as the player to learn your role of the kit that you're selecting. Rather than just doing all the things, you now have your one specified, rule set that you need to be operating and playing by, the things that you need to be looking out for, and how to just use your entire kit to its fullest potential. Along with your infantry, you also have heavy armor and utility with helicopters, BTRs, troop transport, logistics trucks, and main battle tanks, all serving a purpose of being the heavy support for the infantry to move up and take each location. Each role in the battlefield has its operational uses, so learning how your role fits in with your squad and your team as a whole is vital for your success in any match. For each play, there is also the counterplay. If you're being decimated by a BTR or an MRAP, go grab a light anti-tank kit. Utilizing the lighter anti-tank weapons are able to, basically destroy anything that's in your way and allow your infantry to move up fairly uncontested by any sort of armor, which most of them can't do anything about. Is your squad taking a ton of fire from an AG gunner or an MBT from the point? You can either take a marksman and try to, work some magic and kind of clearing out the suppression fire and where it's coming from, or you can split your squad 2 and 2 and flank from left and right in order to pinch your enemy and take them out at the point for you to recap that area. The amount of play and counterplay in squad is drastically vast, and so much that I can't even fucking fathom how many different ways there are to complete your objective. But needless to say, the options that you have in this game are wide and varied. It's up to you to figure out how you're going to actually complete your objectives and not lose all of your tickets. While killing bad guys is always important in any first-person shooter, the other aspect of squad that is almost, in my opinion, more important than just killing bad guys is forward operating base placement and creation, also known as FOBs. FOBs play as spawn points for the team, and having strategic points for both attack and defense are vital for a team hanging in strong, pressing the attack, or having a place to fall back if their defenses start becoming overrun. This can not only be a little complicated right off the rip when booting up squad, but also and like I said, in my opinion, far more important than actually learning how to kill people. A team that builds is a team that kills, and honestly, having a decent placement of all of your logistical structures and FOBs for your team to basically be using as support is, like I said, almost more important than actually just killing bad guys. Too many times have I played games where a squad wants to just frag out and there's no one doing any sort of building anywhere. This can quickly snowball to a loss. If you have nowhere to spawn, nowhere to rearm, and nowhere to basically, step away for a moment, catch your breath, figure out what your next plan is, you're going to lose. Your enemy team is going to just roll up and take every point along the way. So FOB placement is overtly important. I know commanders have more responsibility than that, calling in airstrikes and heavy fire support and control of each squad in the team. But I'll be honest, I'm too chicken shit to even begin to try it. There's also a ton of depth, such as resource management, mortar strike, further building placement for utility in the FOB, and how they interact with the different battlefield mechanics that are at play here. Honestly, all that's way more deeper detail than I wanted to go in this video. Hell, I can make 10 videos on where to aim on enemy vehicles just to secure kills, and that is to say there's a ton of depth in the mechanic of squad. Whether you're a grunt in the front lines, a hero running logistics towards the back lines, a squad lead trying to herd his squad like he's trying to herd a fucking group of cats, or an M1 Abrams tank stuck on its side because it decided to roll over a rock that it wasn't meant to be going over. There's a ton of depth in the moment-to-moment gameplay of squad and a ton of ways to explore and interact with the battlefield. If you're looking for more in-depth on that stuff, there's a ton of YouTube videos out there to go watch. I'm not the best one for this. I don't like doing tutorial stuff, so just trust me when I say there's a shit ton to learn, which is what keeps me coming back over and over again. All right, you're clean.
Appreciate it.
No STDs, you're good to go.
Well,
Did you just lie to that man?
Wait, did you take him?
Yes.
Did you take him off me already, or?
I took them from you. Coupled with the basic gameplay and mechanics of Squad, I personally find this game to be absolutely gorgeous to look at. From the hills of Ukraine to the deserted villas of Fallujah, Squad takes place in a ton of different locales and different sceneries with different environments and architecture. Rocking a pretty decent PC, not only is this game gorgeous to look at, but the size and scope of the areas of operation are huge. So huge that if you really fuck up and you spawn away from everything and back at main or in a fob way off in fucking Timbuktu, you're going to be playing what's essentially becoming Running Simulator 2022, where you're going to be running in a straight line for almost 5 to 10 minutes in order to make it back to the front lines where either your squad is or where the action is, whichever one you're heading to. Now, if you do run into this, it really fucking sucks and sucks all the fun out of the game, and part of me wishes it was a way to either run faster or kill yourself and respawn. But given the ticket system and how that's like your main source of winning or losing, I understand why this isn't the case. It essentially forces you, the player, to learn when and where to spawn, and when in doubt, just ask your squad lead. With the amount of foliage, buildings, ruins, and forests, line of sight plays a large role for you as the player in squad, as well as utilizing the different maps in-game as well in order to know where your friendly positions are as well as where enemy positions potentially might be. The reason why line of sight plays a large role is that there's no real teammate markers to anybody outside of that 50-meter range. So if they're about 100 meters across the valley or on the other side of a hill, you can't tell unless you know exactly what the enemy's uniforms look like, or you can confirm your friendly positions on the map. It's so easy to team kill in this game. It's not even funny. And most servers have a rule where you have to announce in all chat that you team killed a player by accident, and maybe, you know, apologize or say why you accidentally killed them. It's a fucking super interesting thing. I've never actually played a shooter before where your teammates aren't like in these bright fucking rainbow colors showing you exactly who they are and if they're friendly or not. It makes you really think about who you're shooting at before you take your shots and confirm based off of, you know, enemy uniform if you're shooting the right people or not. Like I said, it's so easy to team kill in squad, it's not even funny. But even when you do it, it is kind of a little funny. And while the visuals in Squad are absolutely fantastic, I have to say the sound design in Squad is far and above, head and shoulders above any other military shooting game I've ever played before. From the large scale mortar barrages that you can't, so loud you can't even hear any communications around you, to the sound of the gravel and sand cracking underneath the treads of your Abrams MBT, the attention to detail to the sound design is absolutely fantastic. After enough time, you can begin to start hearing the crack of an AK-47N from across the map and pinpointing the location to feed back to your squad where an enemy Russian may be hiding. And the difference between enemy Vics and what kind they are and where they're at on the map exactly for you to mark out for the rest of your squad as well. I'm still learning what everything is on a sound design level, but needless to say that everything has its own audible frequency and the ability to basically just tell just by using your ears and your eyes to create the tactical advantage on the battlefield. Information is power, both in real life and in video games. And with the looks and sounds of Squad the way they are, this is even more drastically enhanced in this game. Both are amazing. The game sounds great. The game looks great. I promise you on that front, you won't be disappointed. While Squad has amazing bones as a game with solid mechanics, pretty good looking, and a fucking awesome gameplay loop, what Squad has, in my opinion, better than most games is literally an awesome community of players within it. I know that sounds all butterfly and rainbows where everybody playing Squad is best friends and frolicking through the fucking tulips. And sometimes, yes, that is the case. But when I say that this is probably one of the best gaming communities I've ever had the pleasure of witnessing, I don't say that lightly. I've been in a lot of these different communities, and I have to say Squad is head and shoulders above the rest. But let's dig into why. I truly can't tell you how many games I play anymore that requires me to interact with other humans, and the experience is a complete mixed bag of okay people and absolute shitters. Hell, most of the time I don't even turn a mic on for most games anymore due to the fact that I don't even want to bother with the potential of dealing with a piece of shit telling me what a fucking crap player I am for missing a shot or just not being perceived as being as good as the said player on the other end of the microphone. I'm a 31-year-old balding man, and I don't have the time nor patience for that shit anymore. It was fun back when I was 16 playing in Halo 3 lobbies and yelling at other kids on the other end of the microphone, but anymore I just don't have the fucking patience for it. Now, it was a little intimidating at first when booting up Squad that it is highly encouraging you to have a mic on. And a lot of times the rules in certain servers, or especially as a squad lead, require you to have your microphone audibly working so you can talk to the rest of your team. I gotta say, it's fairly fucking nerve-wracking to be met with that over and over again, especially when you don't feel like talking or you're not one of those players that, you know, need to have a fucking working mic to play any sort of game. I have to say though, and this is just personal experience, so yours may be a little bit different. You may find the fucking one shitter group, and I'm sorry in advance. But I'm happy to report that now that I've played over 40 hours of Squad in the last couple weeks, I don't think I've ever been a part of a community that has been more nice and more helpful and more forgiving of any sort of misplays, or willing to teach somebody who doesn't know a damn lick of this fucking game and be willing to teach them how to play at the expense of their own, you know, potential time and fun investment. If you don't know how something in your kit works, or you don't know how a certain mechanic is and you're learning something for the first time, just ask your squad. Guaranteed there is somebody who has played for thousands of hours and has done said thing millions of times and is willing to impart that knowledge onto you, the new player of Squad. Hell, just the other night, I was in my first armor squad controlling the Canadian Leopard MBT. I had no idea what I was doing. I'd never done any sort of armor in this game before. And rather than fucking up, I just made it clear, hey guys, look, I've never fucking done any sort of armor work in this game at all, and was honestly nervous about the response. Most games, they just kick you out of the group and you'd have to go and find your own way of, doing something. However, not only was I met with, hey man, we fucking got this, they literally, and if by God's creation you watch this, shout out to DJ Cos and Huckleberry for helping me out with this. They literally walked me through exactly what we were going to be doing, how to do said things, and how everything worked in the MBT. And honestly, we were pretty fucking successful. Nobody in the game wants to fail, and when everybody's there to pick each other up and help each other learn, it really drastically changes the dynamics of the interactions of the players in said game. Honestly, it's the most refreshing thing I've ever been a part of. I can't stress enough how fucking great and helpful this community has been to me, the new Milsim player, and the new squad player as a whole thus far. It sounds cheesy, but it rules to have a group of people that are actually willing to help someone learn a role and not get bitched at. And the best part is, Squad is a server-based game. What that means is that if you're not gelling or having a good time with the other people in that server, it's a 4-button click to leave and find another one. There's a ton of communities hosting servers and squads, so if you want a hardcore Milsim group, a team that memes, or something just in between, Squad has you covered. Once you find the servers you like, you actually start seeing the same people over and over again, night after night. Eventually, it begins to feel like a true group of buds coming together to hang out and play military for a while. Shitters get kicked, assholes get banned, and the community of Squad continues to be both serious and dipshits, both somehow at the same time. It's this feeling of community that elevates Squad for me, and the true reason why I feel like a ton of other people honestly, keep coming back to this game. The Squad community certainly isn't the biggest by a long shot, but the dedicated base of Squad is fucking awesome and makes this game not only a blast to play, but addicting to me in a whole new way. If you enjoy Milsims or you just want to dip the toes in the water, Squad is an awesome game for that and literally has one of the best communities of people on the internet. If you're fucking out there to just have a good time, work on your tactics, or just fucking, like I said, meme it the fuck out and want to learn some stuff along the way, this game has you, the people in this game have you completely covered. Keep in mind that this is my personal experience in Squad. I'd love to hear your Squad stories in the comments down below. So let me know what your guys' experience of this game is, especially with the community. I personally love it. These people truly make me happy. I'm actually joining Discord servers to further talk to these people outside of just being in the game. And honestly, it's pretty fucking cool. I've never experienced this in a video game before, and I absolutely adore it. Even my time in World of Warcraft, I'd have to deal with assholes talking shit to me all the time for not outputting the highest DPS as an arms warrior, which has never been good. The Squad community doesn't make you feel that way, at least in my personal experience. So let me know what you guys think of that down below. Sorry, guys. Oh. I got a bandage real quick. And with that, we have in fact reached the end of the video. As always, I want to thank you for giving me any sort of time in your day today, as I know that all of our times are fairly fucking precious. And the act of you spending some of it here is humbling to me more than you could possibly know. I've been blown away by the response and the new direction of videos on the channel, and I hope to grow and improve to better serve you, the viewer. If you made it to the end of this and you're still not subscribed, I would consider doing that. I hear it does make your life like 0.2% better, so, if you don't want to take that 0.2%, betterness, that's on you, boo. Also, if you enjoyed this video or you just want to help a middle-aged balding man fucking achieve his dream of world domination, consider giving this video a thumbs up and leave a comment in the description down below. It helps get this video out to more people that, want to further achieve this goal with me. The next couple weeks, we're going to have some absolute bangers out there for you. I'm looking at doing some videos on the original Halo Combat Evolved to start the Halo series that I've been looking at doing. I think we're going to be taking a look at Death Stranding as well. So keep an eye out for those here in the near future. I appreciate your time. I'll see you guys in the next one. And until next time, my name is Brennan, and thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I'm more than happy to. Okay. All right. No, I didn't know about it. I just was hoping it would be turned off. But I didn't even know that was a thing. All right.